So I thought I'd give a small kind of tutorial explanation for how you do fifth frame setup in Pal Skip on the Japanese version. So this is by no means an in-depth tutorial, but I'm going to leave the actual JP Pal Skip tutorial in the description, but there's something that was found since then that allows you to get it with a 2-frame setup instead of just having to do a 4th frame. You can do 4th and 5th frame. So we start here. A lot of times, I hope you can see my cursor. I'm pretty sure you can. A lot of times people will use their Ultra Hammer about here. What I do is I do it in the very middle. You move it 2/3 of the way. You change into Yoshi. This is all the same as if you were gonna do the original setup. So something that's important, what people use, some people would do is they would progress the text box after they get out of the fight. You have to be on the second text box out of the fight when doing 5th frame setup, or it's just gonna be too difficult. At least when I tried learning this, I had to do this, or I just couldn't do it. So make sure you do that. It just makes it easier. It's a little bit hard to get into your muscle memory, but once it's there forever. So you're going to immediately spin into paper mode, and there's this gold line along the floor. You want to line Mario up so that his feet are touching it. You don't have to be necessarily on the gold line. Like, as you can see there, Mario is not on the gold line, but he is pretty close to it. So the moment the Ember notices you, you want to move like upright and do it. I like hold directly upright or up and upright. You can basically, as long as you get to this point before the Ember gets to the end of his zone, it should work. And so then you stand right here, right in the middle of this thing. There's a little crease in the stained glass. That's where you want to be when the Ember is here. He's going to start moving to the right, and then once he notices you again, he's going to dip to the floor. Now what I do here is I walk to the middle here, and then I unspin. There are 4 different frames where the 5th frame will work, as seen in like the actual Pal Skip tutorial. So I don't have them up here right now, but they are seen in the actual Pal Skip tutorial. So if you want to see which frames will work with a 5th frame, you can check that out. This is one of the frames. I believe this is a 2nd frame unspin. So from here, it's pretty much the same as if you were to do a 4th frame setup. I do get a 4th frame here. I don't get a 5th frame, but it would work with a 5th frame, except Mario would be dipped into the floor instead of being as high up as he is here. So what I use as a cue is I use the moment this hand disappears. As you can see, Mario hovers up. So he's really high up. If you do get a 5th frame, he'll be like very low down into the ground. He'll like barely touch the Ember. But as long as you get a first strike, it'll work. And then you just do what you normally do. Hope this helps somebody.